Many Unix users who are of course capable of writing shell scripts, write for themselves a collection of simple personal shell scripts that help them with their daily routines. This could be anything from writing yourself a customized version of ls all the way through to full development or backup scripts. Now usually when you've got such a collection, you need somewhere to put it. Somewhere that will enable you to run any of those scripts from any directory on the Unix system when you're logged in. The way most Unix users do it is they create a subdirectory of their home directory called bin, and they place all the scripts into that directory. I'll just show you that I've done exactly that. Let's have a look. Here's my home directory. I'll do an ls-l and I find that I've got a bin directory. So let's have a look in the bin directory, ls-l bin, and I've just got some very simple shell scripts in there. One of those, for example, L, is a little shortcut to save me typing ls-l. I just type in L, and not only does it give me a ls-l listing, it also shows me any hidden files, and it color codes the directories and executable files. So I could, for example, say L of bin, and it shows me that the green ones are executable files, the blue ones are subdirectories. So what does my L script look like? Well, it's very simple. I'll just do a cat of bin/L, and it's just that. It's just ls with a few clever options, and notice that I'm using exec as well. That just saves a bit of memory on the system. Anyway, what's in these scripts is of little importance. The important thing is that I have all my scripts collected together in one place. But that's not the end of the story. In order to enable those scripts to be run from anywhere in the system without having to type in their full path, that bin directory needs to be added to your path. Now, if you're not familiar with path, I would hope that you would be if you're at this level of Unix expertise, that you would already be familiar with what path is. But if you're not, it's a Unix shell variable that contains a list of directories that the shell looks in to locate any program that you ask it to run. So for example, if you type in vi, what the shell does is it looks in your path variable and it breaks that path variable down into a list of directories, and then it looks in each of those directories in turn until it finds an executable program called vi, and then it runs it. And if it gets all the way through all that list of directories and doesn't find an executable file called vi in any of them, then it says command not found or something like that. The path shell variable is typically set in your .profile. So what you do is you simply add your bin to your path. In other words, you adjust the setting in your .profile such that your bin directory becomes part of your path variable. And you typically put it at the beginning of your path, so that if, for example, you create a little script called vi, it will pick up your script first before it looks in the regular place where it would ordinarily find the program called vi. So let's have a look at the way I've done that. I'll do a vi of .profile. This is my real .profile this time, and I find that the very first thing in the file is something that says please look in my home directories /bin before you look in the rest of the path. What's really going on here is $path will be what path is currently set to, and then I put this little bit on the beginning. I put a colon and then a tilde/bin, which means please look in the bin directory, which is a subdirectory of my home directory, and the colon separates that from the rest of the path. Now, putting the colon right at the beginning is a shorthand way of saying I want you to look in the current directory before you do any of that. So I've actually specified two different things with this one line. The first thing I've specified is that the very first place I want you to look for executable files is in the current directory. Then if you don't find it there, look in the bin directory in my home directory, and then if you don't find it there, look in the rest of the path. Now if you put that in your .profile and then execute your .profile in the current shell by using the dot operator, .profile, like that, You will then be able to execute any of the files in your bin directory from anywhere in the system. So I could go to /etc, for example, and I could still run my little L program. Remember L, which was an ls-l, and there it is, a color-coded long listing. So I suggest that you do all of those things yourself. It will make your Unix life a lot easier. Create yourself a bin directory, put all your little handy executable scripts in there, and then add that bin directory to your path.